We'll give your body a chance to kind of settle down, the muscles relax, the breath flowing already. While we're taking a moment here to kind of rejuvenate and energize the body with this moment of rest, we begin to connect with our intention for today, the idea of arising. So think of energy, that's up toward the sky, and it's like the more, down we are energetically, the harder it is to feel energized and uplifted and ready to reach up. But today we're going to do all sorts of things. We'll do some things that are strengthening to our bodies. We'll do some things that are lengthening. And imagine in each of these ways, whether we're working with the cardiovascular system or with long muscles, imagine we're kind of lifting up, reaching up, uplifting ourselves, getting ourselves to a whole different emotional level. And by doing so, we not only feel better to kind of kick off our week right, but we also just simply are able to turn out to others and give more of ourselves because we're not drawing off from an empty battery. So that'll be the idea that we're working with today, kind of uplifting our energy. So let this lead us on. Let's begin nice and easy. Knees come into the chest. And take easy moments to just kind of rock left and right. Good. Let's release the left leg all the way long to the ground. Both hands clasped around this right knee. Give a moment for this right knee to get invited closer and closer inward. Remember to keep a little bit of energy on the left leg. If you don't, the knee kind of pops up with us. So keep that side very grounded and feel that contrast between the groundedness and then the lifting away. Good. Now right hand takes over the knee. Let the knee go wide to the right. Lifting the knee up, let's cross it over the body to the left. First spinal twist. Don't feel like you're pushing the spine too far too soon. See how these cells want to continue to stretch, get uplifted. Nice breaths continuing to flow for us. And right hip goes back down to the ground, straight right leg up to sky. And here you could be grabbing on toward the calf, toward the foot, it's up to you. But for a brief moment, let the straight leg open out to the right. Straight leg comes up, cross it to a 45-degree angle to the left, outer thigh speaking to us. Back up, give it a little tug. And place this right ankle up on the left thigh. Hands hugging around. Let's give that hip a chance to open up first thing today. Good, deep breaths flowing already. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale as you release. The right leg gets dropped all the way long to the ground. Remember, send a little bit of energy that side, keeping that side very grounded. Hands clasped around left knee. And let's start to pull this left knee in as close as it wants to go. Left hand holds onto the knee goes wide. And lift up, cross over the body. You choose how far to twist. Hip goes back to ground, left leg clear up to sky, feel that stretch, the reaching up. You could be holding on to calf, thigh, foot, let the left leg open out, straight out to the left. Leg up, cross it halfway over to the right. Back up, give it a little tug. And let's take this left ankle to right thigh, letting up a nice hug. Take another deep breath, flowing in, out, release. We're going to take both knees to a nice 90-degree angle. Imagine you're like cinching it tight, you're locking it. It cannot change from that 90-degree angle. So from here, thumbs tuck slightly under the hips, just to kind of support that low back. We're doing a little bit of core engagement. So what we're going to do is keeping the leg at this 90-degree angle, lower the toes, maybe toes touch the ground. It's going to be further away since the knees stay at that 90-degree angle. And then exhale, come back in. Inhale and exhale. I love this one for how low in the rectus abdominis it gets. If you feel like your low back is having to arch off the ground, that's the point where you stop. The point when you start to feel that. If you're doing okay, let's take another 3, 2, 1. Plant feet close to the glutes. Let's lift up into bridge pose. Hips lift all the way up. Maybe hand clasp under your back if you can take it. Walking shoulders under, feel that nice lifting action. Front of the hips, maybe even stretching. Another good inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. We're gonna take a fish pose. So as you're lowering your hips down, if you'd like to just set your glutes directly onto your palms face down. That's the placement of the hands there. Legs extend out long. Do a little crunch to get your elbows underneath you and then walk elbows close together. Heart lifts up. Head rocks back, maybe crown barely touching the ground. Heart is mostly about the lifting up action. Good, one more inhale. Exhale. Head curls in. Bring out your hands pressing up. Let's just relax right away over our two legs. See how they feel in this moment. Still getting lots of length, lots of that uplifting, even down to the legs. And the hands on the floor. Without letting your sitting bones lift, let's just start to walk the hands over to the right. A little bit of extra bonus stretch for the low back. And hands walk over to the left. And as you go back through the center, give it another breath or two. Just giving that opportunity for all these muscles to get just a little bit longer. And then from here, let's take a boat pose. So you're balancing on your hips. Maybe your legs are bent, maybe your legs are straight. If you need an even easier variation, feet on the ground and just leaning back a hair, it even gets you straight into that core. So whether knees are bent, straight, whatever, the idea that we're gonna take is toes lowered down, just an inch or so, not much, and then lift right back up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it right into cobbler. The knees open. See if the spine can lift its way to tilt forward. Body relaxing, head relaxing. Maybe a little bit of tension of the neck getting released by rocking head left and right. Good, so rising back up. The left knee is gonna flip to the other direction, so the inner part of the knee is down. If your knee needs more comfort, go wider. Further forward is deeper, and then let's start to work our hands behind us. Some people can lower to elbows, don't feel like you're forcing it. Just give that quad a couple more breaths. Okay, walking up onto hands. Plant the hands off to the right side. You are allowed to lift the back hip as you take a huge spiral all the way through your spine. Okay, starting to walk back forward. You'll let this left knee purposely swing a bit wider this time, and you'll either start to plant the hands forward Or if you know pigeon pose would feel awesome in your hips right now, you can send that left leg all the way back. And then lift up your hips right there in the center. A nice full initial pigeon, getting our hips open already. Taking some deep, good breaths. One more inhale. Exhale. Let's work our way up onto our hands. We're going to lift our right arm up to the sky. And then try to spiral that arm open. Feel that shoulder and the chest. So you can reach behind. And then drop right hand down. Left hand up to sky. And then circle it open behind. And drop down. Good. Rock your weight onto right hip. Swing this left leg forward. Take another boat pose. You could do the same thing. You could just hold with stillness. If you're doing the lowering and lifting, let's go down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cobbler. It should feel a bit different after that left side having gotten all the focus the last couple of poses. Just feel the body relaxing into this shape and how the body wants to receive it now. Good. Keeping that quad stretch, right knee flips its way around. Remember, wide is fine. Forward makes it harder, so you choose. You're feeling good. Keep it forward here.
Go. Right hands forward.
So you've got the right knee tucked back, just like that. And then you're walking your hands behind. So maybe you stay right here. Maybe you go down to elbows. So only as far as the quad is willing to go for a moment. Good, one more inhale. Exhale up. Plant the hands to the left. This one you can pick up the back hip as you spiral around. Okay, and as we return forward, sliding that right leg a bit wider, you can either drop directly down or send the right leg all the way back to pigeon. Okay, trying to come up to hands. See if we can lift the left hand up. And then circle it open behind. Feel that shoulder, the chest open. Good. Hand plants. Right hand up. Circle it open. Feel the shoulder, feel the chest. And drop down. Good work. Let's transition to kneeling. So pick up the knees, slide them underneath us. Let's do a couple of cat-cows. Don't feel like you have to rush it. You can go nice and slow as the muscles are getting used to this shape. One more set. And hold the spine right at neutral. Take the right leg back behind you. What we're going to do is take that right knee to the nose, curl the spine in, and then when you kick it back, also lift it up as high as you can. Glute strength, good. Neck to knee, here's 4, and then up. 3, 2, 1. Good, plant the right foot off to the right. Once we're there, come up high. Slide the right hand down that right leg. Left hand reaches up, feel that upward action. And maybe it also goes a little bit over to the side. Length for the ribs. Okay, so rising up. Now plant the left hand to that left side. Right hand up to sky. You can stay here or float the right leg, kneeling half moon. If the balance is okay here, let's bring that foot into 3 circles to each direction. So going for 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 3, 2, 1. Let the foot set back down to the ground. This right arm is still reaching up to the sky, or maybe start to circle it all the way over to the left. Pulling the ribs really long to that direction. Good, as you're preparing to release, tuck the back toes. And then we're rising all the way back up to kneel. Left hand goes for that left heel. Right hand up to sky. Feel the spine continue to circle back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, easy rise. Lower down to the elbows in front of you. If you ever need just a hair more, inch your elbows closer to the straight leg. So it's your choice. Good, yeah, listen to the body, feeling the body. Already becoming more energized because things are flowing and moving. Like that's our chance to connect with who we really are. Good, so coming back up to hands. Drop the right knee down. Left leg goes back. And we've got those 5 cycles. Take the knee to the nose. When it goes back, lift it as high as you can. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. And leg straight off to that left side. Come up high. Slide left hand down the left leg, right hand up to sky. Maybe leaning over also. And rising up. Put your right hand to the right side. Left hand to sky. Maybe the leg floats, kneeling half moon. And if you'd like to try 3 circles to each direction, get nice and small. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 3, 2, 1, drop the foot down. Tuck the back toes, rising up. Right hand goes to that right heel. Left hand up to sky, feel the arch back. Huge inhale. Exhale, lift. And we're dropping back down to elbows. Maybe scooting in deeper if you'd like. Good. Coming back to hands. Take this leg back. And we're in kneeling plank, or if you want to try a full plank, you're going to hold for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower chaturanga. Take a little back bend. You choose how to do this for this first one. And take another full breath in. Good. Enjoy a moment with a nice child pose. So that spine continuing to join the party. Like we're trying to lift it up, energize it, make it so it's able to function for us without pain. And the next inhale. Exhale, let's go up to our first downward facing dog. A little bit of strengthening. If you need to do fewer reps, that's okay. Start with 3-legged dog, right leg up to sky. And take right knee to the nose. Repeating 4, 3, 2, 1. 3-legged dog, drop right foot to the ground. Left leg up. Spine on that side, knee to nose, and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. When you lower the foot down, walk your way up to top of mat. When you're up here toward the top, let's try crossing right hand over to left shin, left hand over to right shin. Just feel how that grip can help you just ease your spine, relaxing it just a hair deeper with some support. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, either roll up or circle up. Good. Taking another lateral body stretch. Take that left hand to left thigh. Right hand up to the sky. Lean over. And come up. Switch it out. And up. So from here, keeping the knees over the ankles the whole time, what we're going to do is a little cycle like this. When we sit back in a chair pose, we swing our arms as far back as we can, trying to feel that nice shoulder stretch. When we straighten our legs, take the arms up, arch a little bit back. It's a teeny back bend, but keep the core mostly engaged. That's mostly what we're going for. Enough lifting the arms to just feel a gentle shoulder tug. Good, so bending, swing the arms back, and then straightening, bring it back, core super tight, shoulders just get to that edge. And up. Let's take another 5. 4. 3. I'm breathing through it. 2. And 1. Good. Inhale, keep those arms circling up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands down. Walk back to plank. And then drop these to the ground. Taking dolphin pose, elbows lower down. One hand makes a fist, the other hand hugs around the fist. And then we tuck our toes, lift the hips up, and walk the feet in. So for some people, just holding this is plenty of work. If you want to try to go with me, the right leg lifts up to sky and down 4 more times. Right and down. 3, 2, 1. And then left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good effort. Walk the feet back a little bit so you can lower the hips directly down into squeeze. Making it easy after some of that work you're just doing. Keep these breaths slow and deep. Feel the body energizing. A gentle shoulder stretch. Take the hands a little bit wider than the mat, nice and flat to each side. Press your chest up just a couple of inches. Then rotate your right shoulder to the center. Lower that right shoulder down an inch or so. Good. And left shoulder. Good. Back up to the center. Lower the chest down. Slide the hands in underneath your shoulders, and let's take a child pose. Shifting all the way back. Your body catching the breath. Whenever you feel okay to head up to downward facing dog, let's join in that shape. Good. Right leg floats up to sky. Step right foot in between hands. Back heel rotates down to the ground. And then arms float up to the sky, warrior one. Good. Now notice the shoulders. They tend to kind of hike up to the ears. So try to press them down nice and relaxed. The strength of the inner arms being what squeezes the arms to stay parallel. Good. Lean forward just a little bit, enough to feel that extra engagement through the hip, through the upper body. When you feel like you have balance, you're going to shift your weight onto the front leg, floating this left knee in front of you. Good. The right hand can take the outside of that left thigh. Left arm starting to twist open behind. And we return forward. Kind of kick back with balance, warrior 3 to warrior 1, hands float up. Beautiful. Open to warrior 2. So kind of like in martial arts with the horse stance, let the toes turn out to the 45-degree angle on this long side. And then you're going to stay in the squat. So knees are over ankles, the thighs rotating open. For this one, keep the posture upright. Hips kind of tucked under, spine stacked up tall. And what we're gonna do with the arms is inhale, circle through the side up to the sky. Clasp your hands together, releasing pointer finger. Exhale, slice down through the center in front of you. So inhale, circle up. Exhale, clasp, drop down through the center. Inhale through the side, circle up. Clasp and cut. Take 2 more. then straightening the legs, turn the toes to the long edge. Let's take a wide angle forward fold, drop them down. Bending to the knees, roll your way up. Just the right foot turns back up to the top of the mat. The right arm goes up to sky. Left hand is on the left leg. Slide that hand down just a little bit, and that'll lean us toward the back wall. Good, and then triangle pose. Right arm opens to the front of room, left arm to the back. Slide the right hand directly forward, and then drop the hand to shin. Left hand to sky, feel that hand reaching up. Like our energy is trying to shift up to a whole new vibration, a whole new level of being. Good. So rising up, pivot on your heels, facing up toward top of mat. Hips are absolutely forward. Keep the legs straight. Slide down toward pyramid. Maybe you stay hands at the thigh. Maybe hands at shin. Maybe floor. From here, stepping the back foot next to the front foot. We're in a forward fold. Let's try to clasp hands together, taking pinky fingers to base of the neck, and let that curl the neck into a gentle neck stretch. Good. Bending the knees, drop the hands down. You can inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. And so from here, this time we're going to switch the arms out from what we were doing with the chair squats up and down. So this time we're starting with the straight legs, hands pull back until we're in that shoulder stretch. And then when we squat down into the chair, the arms come up right by the ears. Try to pull back until you can never stretch to the other part of the shoulder. Good. Standing up, swing back to the stretch, and down. Take another 3, 2, 1. And then clasping the hands behind your back, let the knees be super bent, chest drops down, and then hands gently pull behind you. Release the hands down, maybe legs straighten a little bit. Bringing the hands to plant on the floor, step back. Your choice, child pose, down dog, or a flow. Whatever the body feels ready for at this moment. Sooner or later, we'll all join up in the down dog for the transition. So left leg up to sky. Step left foot in between hands. Back heel to the floor. And then arms float up to sky, warrior 1. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Lean forward just a little bit, pull that extra core work. And when you're ready, try to take the right knee to float in front of you. Good. See if the left hand can grab outer right thigh. Right arm opens up, gentle twist. Beautiful. Return. Warrior 3. Land, warrior 1. Open, warrior 2. And turning open to horse. Trying to stay squatted down. Our inhale, circle up. Exhale, clasp, cut down the center. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good work. Turn the toes forward, straighten the legs. As you drop down, maybe there's a new arm position that we take. Maybe it's the same one we did earlier, whenever feels like. Good. Bending the knees. Let's roll up. Just the left toes turn up to the top of the mat. Right hand to right leg, left hand up. Slide the right hand down. The left hand leans over just a couple of inches. Good. Open out left and right. Reach the left hand forward. And then drop the hand to shin. Right hand up to sky. Triangle. Beautiful. Rising up. Pivot your heels. Shorten the stance perhaps. We're facing all the way forward. And then slide down that front thigh. Sliding the right hand or the right foot forward. Your choice. Maybe you cross with the hands and gently pull in. Maybe you clasp the hands behind the back, pull backwards, or maybe pinky fingers at the base of the skull, gently tug that neck in. One more breath wherever we're at. And then dropping hands down. Last chance as we step back, your choice, child pose, down dog, or a flow. Whatever you'd like for this very last one. When you're done, we're gonna kneel down, drop into knees, sit on your feet. And then we're gonna shift our hips to the right so the feet are tucked to the left. Good. Left hand grabs onto that left ankle. Right hand reaches up to sky. And as you continue to lean over to that left side, drop the left ear to left shoulder. From here, leaving the head kind of dangling like that, is the hand, that right hand, starts to work its way back down toward the ground. It doesn't necessarily have to touch. You'll slowly begin to pull the right shoulder and the right neck into a really good stretch. Just give it a couple of good breaths. Gradually ease the head up. We'll switch sides, so pick up the hips, shift it over to the left. Right hand grabs the right heel. Left hand up to sky. And remember to drop right ear to right shoulder. Okay, right hand, yep, just like that. Good, so head's dropping ear over shoulder. Leave it that way as left hand slowly takes the return journey to hover at the side. And that'll pull left shoulder and left neck toward the stretch. Good, head up. Let's pick up our hips. Coming to plank or kneeling plank, let's lower to belly. Once we're there, take the right arm out at a 90-degree angle off to the right. Right cheek is down. And then left hand pushes into the floor. This starts to lift up shoulders, maybe hips. You bring it to a point where it brings that right shoulder into a nice stretch. So some people are higher, some people are lower, no competition. Okay, lowering down through the center, we'll take it to the second side. So when you're there, left arm to the left, left cheek down. Press into the right hand until that left shoulder is in the stretch. And starting to lower down, take it into Sphinx pose, elbows right underneath us. Then from here, swivel the left hand in and right hand is also going parallel. Right hand is in front. Go ahead and switch it out, right hand in front. Awesome. Walk each hand off each side of the mat. This should be starting to pull space in between shoulder blades. I usually like to rest my chin down by first tucking it in, and then I have space to breathe as I drop it down to that up. If you don't feel the stretch, by the way, you'll just bump the arms forward another inch. Good, inhale. Exhale, walk back in. Switch it out, left arm in front. And then walk back out. Find the stretch. If you need to bump forward, that's okay. Rest the chin down one more time, a couple of breaths. Good, walking back in. Hands under the shoulders, take a child pose. You can stay in this child pose as long as it feels helpful. At some point, this will begin our return journey down to Shavasana. So if there's any stretches you know that you need to take before Shavasana, at any point you're welcome to start exploring those until eventually you're ready to find that comfortable release. A couple of examples, if people need leg stretches, you can do a couple of seated things first. You need a last neck stretch, maybe chin comes to the chest. Hands clasping to weigh the head down. So it's all up to you, whatever your body wants. So we'll begin to deepen our inhales, exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Eventually taking a nice fetal position off to one side. We'll enjoy a few bonus breaths, maybe 2 or 3 good deep breaths, until sooner or later you feel ready to rise. Hands joined together in front of our hearts. We think of that idea again of uplifting ourselves, starting off at one energetic frequency, and hopefully through the journey, through the stretching, through the circulation, the breathing, lifting ourselves up to a totally different spot, a spot where we're more able to show up for people, we're more able to show up for ourselves, a place where there's more compassion and kindness. So with this idea to help lead us on, let's wrap up the time we shared together today with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.